Let's make sure that when people search for what you do in Google, that your business website can get found. And that's the practice of local SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. And a vital first step to local SEO, really the first step you have to do, is keyword research. Keyword research. Keyword research is basically the practice and understanding of putting words and using words to put on your website, local directories like Yelp, Yellow Pages, your Google My Business. You're using the same words, the same keywords that people are searching for in Google. What you may use to describe your business internally and personally might be different than what they're typing in. So it's important that those match up. Picture this. You just created your website. You just launched your website. You spent dozens of hours collecting the pictures and the content for the site, writing it up. Maybe you hired someone to help you out. You launched the website, and 6 months later, crickets. You're not getting traffic to the website. It's hard to find it in Google unless they're searching for your actual business name. One of the first things to figure out, if this is happening to you, one of the first things you want to think about is, am I using the right keywords for my industry? And that is what I'm going to walk you through today, how to do for free. There's a very cool tool that came out just this year that makes the process a lot easier. It's very user-friendly, and that's what I'm going to walk you through today in this tutorial. If you've tried to do keyword research yourself and you failed, totally not your fault. In the past, the tools were pretty expensive, and they still are. There's still some paid tools out there, but you probably didn't want to pay for that. Also, the free ones were not very user-friendly. When you're doing something the first time, the last thing you want is to try to rack your brain into something new. I mean, you're going to get frustrated, pull your hair out, and throw your computer out the window. Well, hopefully you didn't do that, but you know what I'm saying. So if you failed, it's totally not your fault. And it is hard. So if you thought about, what is this keyword research thing? It is a hard thing to do. You're totally right if you thought about it that way. That's why I want to make this video, to walk you step by step through it. And I've gotten rid of all the industry jargon for you. We're going to keep it as simple as possible. And hopefully that'll be an easy way for you to follow along as I'm doing it for yourself as well. And don't forget, we're also doing this. We're doing this in a goal for your website to be found higher in Google, that when people type something in, you are using the same language that they're using, and you're going to do that as you rank higher. You're beating your competition, right? This is all an effort for you to get more customers, make more money, grow your business, crush your competition, all right? That's the goal here. Enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and start the tutorial. Here we are in Google. The first step is to just search for Ubersuggest. And when you search it, it will be the first one. It is under Neil Patel's blog. So go ahead and click on that. And this is the tool, Ubersuggest. And it says, looking for more keyword ideas? Yes, we are. Type in a keyword below to start generating more suggestions. Excellent. So we're going to do a couple of examples. And the first one I'm going to do is, let's say, think of something someone might be searching for your business. So I'm going to do water damage repair. Okay. We want to search the web. Just keep it simple in English. So let's go ahead and look that up. Give it a second here to load. It should only take a few seconds. So the few things you're going to see here, for the first keyword, for this exact keyword, the volume is how many people are searching per month. I wouldn't put a lot of emphasis on this exactly looking at it. That's the whole country. There's a lot of variations. I wouldn't worry about that. Cost per click is the average price you'd pay for advertising for this word in Google. Crazy expensive. I mean, you can see it's very competitive. We're not talking about AdWords, but you can size it up, and I'll show you some more. I'll give you some more info about this when we go down. And the competition is how competitive that keyword is when related to advertising. So it's high. It's 0.6. It's pretty high. So there's a lot of it's an expensive keyword. It's a lot of money to spend. to rank at the top. So here are the keyword ideas. So we have 968 keyword ideas found for water damage repair. So the first thing, it's organized by alphabetically. So let's organize it by search volume. So go ahead and click on the arrows to get the most popular search at the top, and we can move from there. So what you're going to find here is that there's a good chance there's going to be a lot of keywords that don't apply to you. Not all 968 would apply to a water damage repair business. But what you can do, very simply here, is to go through and see what people are searching for the most, since we ordered it by search volume. So right here at the top, we have water damage. And even though we typed in water damage repair, the most common term people are searching for, according to this tool, is water damage restoration. Okay, 12,000 a month. Water damage repair is only 5,400, so it's more than double. Okay, the price is pretty similar, and the competition's the same because it's a very interchangeable word, but more people are doing restoration searches than repair. Something worth noting. They're so interchangeable, you probably want to use both, but you might want to consider leading with restoration since that's more popular. Going through this, liquidated damages, I don't think applies. Flooded basement, if you have a flooded basement, that's the word you probably want to be, or if you have the services to remedy that, or you have a lot of people searching for that in your area. In Jacksonville, probably not many of those, but a lot of people are using that. And as we go down here, restoration companies, probably water restoration companies, is not something you would be adding as, maybe a main. I'll show you some more examples of what you would do with these words, but restoration companies might not be what you do, but it could be an interesting blog post to make. So how to choose the best water restoration company for water damage or whatever. And it's a blog post about 5 steps. And you can do, in Jacksonville, for example. And a lot of it might be pretty obvious things, but that's a potential blog post because people are searching for that. I probably wouldn't do that right off the bat, but it is an opportunity here. Fire damage restoration. Remember some of these words because we're gonna look at a website, see how they're doing it. Water and basement again, fire restoration, dry water mitigation, basement flood cleanup. That's an interesting word there. That'd probably be a word to use as well. Let's see if we can just find another one here. Water damage remediation. That's an interesting word that people are using. Carpet dryer. If you have a carpet dryer, you definitely want to put that on there on your website. So we're going to do another example, but I'm going to show you how this applies a little bit to your website. All of these words that are getting a lot of searches, you want to make a page about those topics because that's the topic someone's searching for. If someone's searching for fire damage, they probably don't want to know about water damage. So you don't want to add them on the same page. If you have a services page, best practice would be to have them on separate pages. And maybe you do 8 different things. Maybe you do 8 different services and they're all on different pages. So an example of that in Jacksonville, I went ahead and already typed in water damage repair in Jacksonville. You can see it's very competitive. A lot of ads here at $68 a click. Pretty expensive stuff there. But the first one is ServPro. So let's just look at ServPro in Jacksonville. And what do they have? Pages about water damage, fire damage, mold remediation, not mold damage, because they've done the research and they found out that people are typing in remediation versus damage, storm damage, commercial services. So there's the different pages they have. There's different pictures. There's different pages. It's easy right there. They have a unique website here where you can click through them, but you can see under storm damage, what other storm and flood damage? So there's the floods. So storm damage, cleanup, and restoration can be devastating media actions. So they have that keyword there as well. And here's their other services: sewage cleanup, carpet cleaning. These are all things people are searching. There's a lot of pages they have in what they do. And ideally, this is what you want to, before you write blogs, before you're doing social media, before you're doing a lot of these other things, you want to make sure your website has really good informative pages about all of the things people are searching for, because you want to be able to be found when people are doing those things. Real quickly here, because we did water damage, they're doing water damage repair and restoration. Those two top keywords are in the title. Now you may be wondering, this is, how do we get my area? So maybe you don't want to compete in Jacksonville, but you want to compete in Jacksonville Beach. Well, maybe in the title of not this, but the entire website, you'll do something like water damage repair Jacksonville, Florida. You don't want to put Jacksonville Beach, Florida. You don't want to put Jacksonville Beach, Florida on every single page you do, but your home page, it could be a good idea if that's where your main focus is. You also want to make sure it's in your about page, it's in your contact page. Google will do a good job understanding where your business is from your Google My Business and your directories. So I wouldn't worry about loading your website up with city names to make it more local, but Google will do a better job figuring that out by your directories. But you do want to have it definitely in your about page. Let's do one more search, because we kind of did the water repair damage. It's as easy as that, folks. Go through, write down your keywords. Those are the ones you want to use throughout your website. Those are the titles of the pages you want to create specifically for your services, because people are searching for your services. So let's just do, maybe I'm a hairstylist or I have a hair salon. So let's just look up hair stylist and see what happens here. Okay, so hairstylist, you can see the volume. It's a very popular word. Cost per click is way less than water restoration company. I would say the reason behind that is, one, well, a cleanup job is worth a lot more to the company. But when people type in water damage repair, they are ready to take action. So it's a very immediate. Versus hairstylist, there's probably more research going on. I might be looking for a hairstylist, but I don't need a haircut right now, maybe in a week. It's not as immediate. The jobs aren't as expensive. There's also very little competition for that word. So it's just kind of an interesting thing there. Not a lot of competition, so it's a lot less. So 1,000 keywords, still a lot of keywords. We're going to rank them again by search volume. So you can see here, hair salons near me is very popular. Near me is a very popular term right now, for very obviously important for small businesses. I wouldn't worry too much about it. You might want to write a blog post about, like we said before, how to find the perfect hair salon near me. And you can, 5 steps to find the perfect hair salon near me, and you can kind of make a general post there. It's going to be hard for the average small business to compete for that, because the directories are going to always beat you out, because when people say hair salons near me, they're not looking for one company, they're looking for several. So moving on here, haircut, popular word. Short hairstyles, that would probably be a page I'd want to put on my website. Short hairstyles, men's haircut, definitely. Hair extensions, definitely. Hair color, definitely. Medium hairstyles, definitely. Kids' haircuts. So you can see here we already have several topics, several services that people could write a page about if you have a hair salon. Hair dye, that's probably more of people buying it online, so I'd probably stay away from that. Hairstyles for women, hairstyle for men, medium length hairstyles. Medium length hairstyles is very similar to medium hairstyles, so you probably would want to combine those. You don't want 2 pages for very similar topics. Google generally, if you rank high for medium hairstyles, you're also going to rank high for medium length hairstyles. The keywords don't have to be exact. It's on the same topic. That's something that changed in Google in the last few years, is that the algorithm's getting a lot smarter in understanding topics and not just keywords. Beard trimmer, that's short hairstyles for women. Curly hairstyles. Well, some of this again is people searching for ideas versus someone to they're going to buy a hair straightener. It probably doesn't. This is where your discretion comes in, and you have to decide whether or not it applies to your business. Blow dryer, hair bleach, perm hair, hair cuttery, African hair braiding. So, yeah, I mean, even though African hair braiding, people might be searching for it for a tutorial maybe, but if that's your service, you want to have a page just on that. Best hair salons near me. You can see that's pretty competitive. That's $3 a click. Hair braiding. Cool haircuts. So we already, just going through this, it's not very complicated, but you know what people are searching for just through this. So you want to write them down. It's a way to get your service pages done. Again, I want to hit that home, and then also blog ideas. So let's go ahead and let's just do, I haven't done this before, so let's just do hair salon. Let's see what comes up, and we'll analyze their website real quick. Notice here is Google My Business. No one's actually advertising. This is for Atlantic Beach here. So if I go to Mantra Salon in Atlantic Beach, let's see if they have, it's a very nice website. It looks nice. So artwork, let's see what they have listed here. Just reviews. They have a page on extensions. So they have a page on hair extensions. Let's go to our salon. Okay, services. It's kind of buried here. But let's see. So yeah, I mean, they're listing them in the prices, but I would probably, these are the services, but I would list different pages and use pictures and the long descriptions, maybe even a video if that is something you're interested in. I highly recommend a video. But we didn't even think about other words like blow dry and style. These are popular terms people are using. You want to maybe have what I would recommend is have a services tab up here and a drop down of popular things people are searching for. And then it takes work, right? It takes work to create those pages and create that content. It's hard to do it, but that's what you want to do. I'll show you an example. This example I show a lot of people. Let's do the example that I like to show is personal injury attorneys, because they spend a lot of money on SEO and local SEO and getting their websites to rank. So let's do Morgan & Morgan. They have so let's just go here. When you go to their website, they don't have services, they call it practice area, but when you click on that, when you click see all practice areas, they have pages, multiple dozens of pages of things people might be searching for. So going back here for their most popular ones, burn and fire injury. What's the first thing they have? A video. Then they have very lengthy text. This text is not complicated. It's not written by their attorneys. Generally, it's written by I imagine their content and SEO folks, because it's written for the average person. It's not written for attorneys. So as you go through here, it's organized well. It's very lengthy. They have pictures. Is your questions that you might be already considering. That's a good idea, is to mention the questions, the frequently asked questions that your customers have. Can I file a negligent lawsuit against my landlord? And you might want to be adding in some of these keywords that you have found in Google. So here's a good example of a lengthy page of a service you do. That's kind of the golden standard. you want to make it almost like a blog post. May not have heard of this before. It may be different thinking, but that's what I would recommend. All right, so hopefully some of these examples have helped you out. Hopefully you are going to apply some of this. If you have any questions, you can call the SBDC at UNF and request an appointment for me. My name is Blake, and I can walk you through it, and we can do some of this. That phone number is 904-620-2476. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if we haven't met, look forward to meeting. Go out and crush it.